Enye sure so obi betena se ahye da ka say me pese mbegu wani mase or whatever because Empress I think say every interviewer wants to ask questions that is compelling, questions that will make headlines. It is not
that
wrong.
Will make headlines. Now, continue. Say, what pant color are you wearing? You answer.
Empress, when I open, I'll be answer. Any compulsory.
Why would the person even?
No person will be they are allowed to ask questions. So you are the one that has to clarify and state to say, I don't want to answer this question or whatever. However, we choose to say we'll be responding. You are not at gunpoint. I don't understand people when you go and sit down and they ask you questions. There is like somebody put you on gunpoint. Nobody put you on gunpoint. And let us establish these facts here. Please, Mepacho, everybody in this room, when you are going for an interview, you know the kind of interview you are going to. You know the person that is going to interview you. So let us not sit here and make it look like you go on an interview and it's a personal vendetta against you by the presenter. You know the presenter you are going to sit in front. Romeo show so I know how I will answer my questions. Empress will show so I know how I will answer my question. Why? Because I want to believe, say, interviewer, you will sit back to watch excerpts of that same person interviewing people to make your deductions and know how you're going to submit your answers. You don't just go and sit there because you've been called, and then when you finish, you come out and you come and play a victim. No. Let's not kid ourselves. There may person may try to say, "Obia all court delay interview bia." You know where you are going.
So you know where.
Of course. Let me use myself as an example. Okay. Okay. We'll do some question now.
To know him, baby, now.
Of course, I knew where I was going. I knew the questions that were going to be asked. I'm not naming a hypocrite. I don't like to be hypocritical. I'm very blunt. Make a delay show me questions will be busame. I know why she called me. Everybody sitting here to me can't just delay interview. You don't know the questions you are going to be asked or what you are going to. You know. So when I see celebrities come out and sometimes they want to play the victim, and I may call me say I've seen them do it to Romeo. I've seen them do. I think it's a non-starter.
I'm going to cut you short.
Right.
You know that sometimes before you go on an interview, when you only panel, I discuss the questions. I also be solved. I didn't think that sometimes after they take you by surprise. Okay. Be a question. So in a way,
that's when I wouldn't only panel. Maybe as a presenter, sometimes me invite guests. Or back me say me patch me artist no. Let me use Empress as an example. They are me interview Empress. They showed me questions I'm supposed to ask it. Professionally, I will go by that. If I go out of that, then you can say that this is it. But if you don't give me questions, you don't give me lineup, you don't give me anything, and I'm coming with full force.
Well, I think 99% of the interviews.
It's not all the time. No, it's sweetheart. It's not all the time.
99%.
Okay, 99 is a huge number. You know? So it looks like and sometimes presenters we present a question as a presenter deviate from if me kai say
nipa sorry say ambeka so muade.
Omuade aden obi na to aduane mani di. On sorry nkwan. Why is this a big deal? Salma,
I have a point. You have a very big point. If I show up on your show, and there will be some questions, and I say, if you say, "Oh, you are disrespecting me," and I say, "Me person me answer." Fine, thank you. Maybe I'm person me answer. Make me answer. Me person me answer.
I don't know. Maybe my mind.
No, what you are saying is true. But you come to your office. Say, Usha communications. Why is communication?
Yeah, of course.
Huh? Who's your body language?
Of course.
And yet, a kofu a kafa na mamen who say seven that you can delay the neck.
No,
never. Tell me. Communication. The energy and the gestures along with the question. Masaya na broadcasting for 23 good years. New Jamaica. Sometimes who be so big questioner. Your gestures, your actions, carry on the question. It tells you that you are into it. What can't perform on that question?
But their delay so kind so obisa and say enkrofo say mebo what bodam na what bodam na san obisa man
e don come say enkrofo say what bodam tie you what bodam no
it's a big thing
when your mommy penny
actually
if you don't do Empress tie said ya ka say you can choose not to answer obisa and say ma o say e say enkrofo say wa bodam na wa bodam ana and I say so wa bodam
but no listen
and that should be the end of the question.
Watch the video again please abeg
then I will watch it again.
Watch the video again. Delay energy no tell you what bottom ekwadon e dey na hit ni buy ekwadon quarter first one buy no okobetimi actualize no oh me ni aba jam life no oh but at the quality of ekwadon ko ka say media maintain na the all can ono na abodam no ni delay e reply masa e adwuma say at the point was like a mind's game they make anything na ma me ni offended no. So obai no you were kwanya be fa so abebisa obi yes you are open numbers but udu nkofo bi na interview obo a sabe prejudice afa ni die ma de ni die sel se na not no agema rollers and the two na interview na me na so be could set an extreme as a citizen Jamaica no what say when obi ti say madam Betimudi Drusu when ya Sabira Bawumia when ya Rebecca Kufuadu and the two ma untimi misa sa question enti se akwadon ko na sabe prejudice ni edi ni ho agbo na wo di bie na obisa sa question na fa ebuobrem fa way e kwa bi so na busa na enkoye mama me na offended e ho asam na ye ka
Empress, me just 30 seconds. Me person me kasi dia can so say I totally agree with you. But me manning say I'm trying to manage the issue. What I am trying to establish here sorry. And Pempi, in this our line of work, Yebusa questions. What has been rumored out there? What people are thinking? Yebusa.
Yeah.
Eya na mamu manin koye say presenter na sheda wa adwumu pebi.
Yeah. I'm not saying that we should not ask him.
No, that's what I am saying.
I'm saying. I believe to Mama Romeo.
Thank you.
Mama Romeo be doing the same thing.
Thank you.
But you see how you answer the question.
And I make sure says
the power.
I totally agree with you. The demeanor and everything.
Yes, everything.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
Buffalo one. I just want to clarify this because Nipadom and
yes, of course.
May clarify say I'm not micromanaging or belittling how the woman felt. Okay. Neither am I trying to defend the situation. But the ame person me trying to say, ye jume ya ye Empress, ye busa questions bebre. Eya na to de bia eji na ye sa. They make you feel like e bia presenter no washeda. That's what I want to me if you amount for team because of course comments it's like I saw nipa no wajimu pobi no washada. I have suffered some before me kwame Eugene any my small boy and say I'm calling worship photocopy I have experienced it before and it came across as though many akolano na ahyehyɛ ho ne pese egu kwame Eugene mase and it was absolutely a genuine question and the boy answered and I even told him say the word hate now we use too much. So that's what I'm trying to say. We ask questions, perceptions of people as obi aye interview. You have every right to say unyano. You have every right to say that I'm not going to dignify your question with an answer. You have every right to stop the interview and walk off.
You don't keep hammering accepting it because of numbers. Now hamaho now as an interview now that is where you want to fetch your numbers from and because of who deliberate you be to get your numbers now hamaho now the nipa back from America the questions are best selected no and you was America but a kwanya befa so abebisa no how many people you offended. There are so many ways I bet me fetching numbers but you shall kwanya faswa the busa question here. That's all.
Okay. Now, it's a very unfortunate thing, say, because media, she was a great inspiration to me, even though I had never met her. Now, coming back to Delay's interview, I personally watched the interview and have been interviewed by Delay before. And I can attest to the fact, say, sometimes you feel, say, oh, sana mikasa.
Okay.
Media sana mikasa. My voice say breaking to no mikasa. Sometimes we free say, "Meng soon yes." Sana me expressing me who creature. Okay. That's what happens. Okay. Yeah.
Deeply emotional.
I'm an emotional person.
All right.
Yeah. I've been interviewed by this lady before, and I can attest to the fact say sometimes you think say a personal because of the demeanor, expression, the style of asking the questions. Sometimes you feel you're under attack. Do you understand? After I watched the interview, I was like, it's a whole lot going on in the interview. First, I feel disrespect. Because aside the fact that she was doing her job, which obviously me sure say questions are not all bisan, obviously questions that we social media or people bisan, which it's okay. You can ask whatever question you want, providing so nipa no much share because Beyonce wo on me who say we go interview crime ya disrespecting the crowd because before we ban only what she share. But presenters we wo no ma only omo share crime no omo to me a surprise along the line, and the way they might ask the question no. Oh, it pinches you to answer immediately without even realizing that you've answered because you get disrespected so quickly and then you react quickly. And this person knows that. Say obisao in that manner. Ebeko ama. Hanesa no woody any dahu ene eye, which isn't right. Because uyasa na unim ne besi echi. Uyasa unim ne besi echi. Ba okoso ya na chese. Exactly how I saw the interview to be. There was no problem with the questions she asked, but the manner in which she asked the questions. And I feel as a presenter, as a host, guest question one, no it should end there because me answer or the buy no, but say hammer on the same question, asking the same question as the who expect a certain answer be a wunya until wumpenya sa answer no unjai sa question answer. Let's just say Adwen Bonee wo true.
And you be Adwen Bonee abam to range over key no.
Let's Adwen Bonee wo true. So me this our platform going so because say presenters no mo bisa questions bia mo hu ni say personalities so omo brand no mo dididie enti u bisa omo question bia wonim say begu nanimu ase e na me so tawa bebre ba oya sa na enye fine nkwan bebre ho no ma obetumi afade anya o views out of sa interview no enye enimguase enko na eni nyina so me blame Ghana for in the sense say ye pe enimguase sempa enunti na yesoso enimguase sem so adia ebegu obi enimu ase no enu ene ye nyina akogu hu na ye huhuhu
from Ghana
me de Ghana na me wo
baby
me te Ghana Ghana
there's only one solution obi ember for training meme George Quay sabe I am not saying now so there is nobody in this country who can over interview for training no. So what's being to me that Romeo no akona now dey better it's a skill
from lifting other phone Nana
you know his glory
Obiaka said no two angles but me sha say Obia there and the delay side
okay
Ghana ankasa hypocrisy okroma me ankasa me hwe delay interviews ni me say adwuma no I mean yeah monitor of
course.
Sometimes I'm say how people attack me for asking certain questions. No, me feel delay ni bia. Me who say ono kura busa more than how I ask mine.
Yeah.
I remember one time onya samwajan or say yes okura samwajan like obusa bibisa. You know, me but say Romeo busa sisi ape obi abeti say Romeo busa question. You be do attempt say about me I have tough skin. Me ade emu mabami attend the ni sa no man and I love reading it because a shaming crying but yenja sa de ya na yama na basa me time delay I don't have anything against her, she's my sister, I love her, but said the na sa me no sometimes when we hear an interview ni bia me hu say aggressive but e be ono so ni style no style do you get it nti say obi ye na ye di na tema ade na asimasi de ya na ye attack no and sa de na obi obe bia me hu say na dwene mo ha and I say your time hunu because mami akua don kodie it got to a point I was say any aba ni efime I mean no ningina ba
but me na
yes any efime any babu me abo me so disrespectful like
nana who so obi aba interview mo wa work out
me work obi out now tini pa
obi amba ma obu enfu
me work obi out that bro for kasa na ye kan no ye kabati entiase. Okay. Why you late to me interview for the third time? Kidi. Let me explain. Why you late? I will me interview for the third time. Ningi na so
late.
Yeah, meba. Ningi na so mo na mo frɛ me show no enya pre-recorded o. Live. Yeah. A man for a sponsor show na was a me LPM mo. Inti my mouth time a me de be ya we interview na we a me de commercial idea to America. Okay. Inti say why you late? Na me say I'm sorry. We cannot continue with this interview. George, mona mote brofo. Me pacho say me ka say I'm sorry. We cannot continue with this interview.
Fantastic. Discipline.
So meaning say you can decide to be there whilst I'm doing my show. Me pamon ka say hey, walk out go. No.
For the interview.
Yes.
That was the message that came out.
Yes. Because I said the headlines were Romeo but nowhere in the interview did I say Kiddy. I only told him, say, I'm sorry, we cannot continue with the interview.
Yeah, I listened to that.
Maybe a French scholar, but me say me sante brofo. It is our guy we say we cannot continue with the interview. Sakim be him. But ye the misia paso.
When they say.
Good. When they said the no. Said the number can earlier.
Put a record.
Meba.
Or your pay setter.
Meba. Interview say no. About 99% will be any other questions now.
Yeah.
Ti say Salma, meet me afresh Salma. Unye busy brana ye mon komwe. Because menene was saying obeba on demand questions because on him say
I mean you're not upstage here.
Good. So interview say yeah. Say be interview say no say the no mo kan. E bi any ID to ejino bi so.
Okay.
Salma, mate say papa bi na to Range Rover na ma no kre be na wom. Enya no kre. And no asem kan me fa say bia me. And I say Romeo, question with them in person may answer. Yan for so be a questions in the say yan trauma say the way soon busa dia and the yan so ya prepare and ye busa.
Okay.
And I busa no so no ye engage viewers and listeners no. So most so dia no de ba no yetimi busa bi but mu bi anywhere compose you say ya no. But the lady no enya live show e pre-recorded. Until in the obusa nyina no either the ono prepare and I say rumors are ono so atia or de ba. I don't have any problem with how Obusa the questions, but with the woman's own idea, honestly, I was so apologizing. Me ya dear nenya last year a bishop selling for my question. And no crown man carbon but me how an attacks neighbor na. Make I say okay, so if you say man can say yeah, I apologize. Me baby a titi me no, me sorry can. Me weakness, yeah sorry.